Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am doing a simple bacon ranch potato and ranch chicken dinner. So here I have my diced large onion and I have cut about 5 to 6 potatoes, cleaned of course. I have my packet of ranch dressing that I'll be using, black pepper, my bacon bits. You can use fresh bacon, the already cooked bacon, but because I'm trying to do fast dinners, I use that bacon. Butter, garlic. Here I have a stick of butter, and I'm going to season with my garlic, my ranch, black pepper, my bacon pieces, and a little touch of salt because the ranch powder is salty enough. I even tossed in a few green peppers and a little paprika. But you mix that in really well, a couple of tosses, get everything really coated. This is my chicken thighs that I have already cleaned and took some of the excess fat off of. I have 2 sticks of butter here. And this is the last little bit of my ranch seasoning, so I'm going to use this little bit with this remaining packet. I'm going to pour it into the butter. I have some fresh parsley here. I'm going to chop that up and add that into my butter. A little bit of that same garlic, black pepper, smoked paprika, and I'm going to get that mixed in. And then I'm going to pour that all over my chicken. Make sure everything is just completely coated in my ranch concoction. This will be going in my oven that I've set at 375 for 45 minutes. I set my chicken and my potatoes in there. And this is what it looks like after the 45 minutes. I took it out and tossed it again and put it back in so I can get a little extra color to it. But it came out quite nicely. I paired the potatoes and the chicken with some steamed broccoli that I seasoned really well. Here's my chicken. My kids absolutely loved it. They love anything ranch. So next I'm going to be showing you all my shrimp scampi. I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter, this box of spaghetti, my fresh parsley, this bottle. I have a small bottle of white wine, and usually you would use a fresh garlic, but this is what I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. A little kosher salt, a little black pepper, and a little olive oil. The reason why I used so much butter is because when I'm mixing it with the pasta, I find that if I didn't use that much butter, it comes out to be a little dry. But that's my shrimp already cleaned and peeled. I'm going to pour in about maybe 3 to 4 teaspoons of the olive oil, and I cut up my butter and put that in the oil as well, so that can start to get merry and happy. So after that has come all together, I added a little bit of my garlic, a little salt, and my cleaned shrimp. Place your shrimp in there instead of pouring it in. I know a lot of people know how to do that anyway, but it keeps it from splattering. And I pretty much used this whole bottle of this white wine. It did foam, but the foam did go down. This was probably about a 6-ounce bottle of wine. But this is what my shrimp looked like after I added the wine. I also added a nice little splash of lemon juice just to add a little extra acidity. So here's my pasta. It's just about done. Once it's done, I will add in all of my shrimp and scampi mixture. I did add in my parsley. I forgot to show you all that, but I just chopped the parsley and just added it in. Nothing too fancy. Next, I'm going to be showing you all my veggie vegan curry. I'm using this mixed vegetables, these sliced mushrooms, 2 cans of garbanzo beans. I'm using 3 cans of coconut milk, curry seasoning, and basmati rice. My kids really love when I fix this one vegan dish. Plus, this one dish actually lasts us for maybe 2 days. So I'm going to drizzle in a little bit of my olive oil, and I'm adding my mushrooms that I did clean myself. When they get to be just about done, I'm going to add in my sweet potatoes. All of the vegetables that I used here, besides the mushrooms, were frozen, so that makes for a quick meal. I was finished with this curry in about probably 15-20 minutes. So I added in the entire bag of the mixed vegetables, and I'm going to go ahead and get my coconut rice started. So inside my pan back there, I'm going to add this entire can of coconut milk plus a can and a half of water, and get that mixed in really well. I also added in just a touch of salt. I didn't want anything to be too salty, so I just added in a touch of salt. But into my curry, I added my garbanzo beans that I have cleaned and drained from the can. So I'll get all of that mixed in, and I used about 7 teaspoons of my curry powder and a little bit of salt. I probably put about 2 teaspoons of salt, and I used 2 cans of the coconut milk, and I just combined that really good and let that come together. So my rice is starting to boil. I've added the rice in, as you can tell. And once it starts to boil, I cover it and turn my heat all the way down and let it continue to steam and cook. This is what my curry looks like after I've mixed it all together, and this is what it looks like after it is done. Now, like I was saying, my kids really love this, and this will last us for probably about 3 or 4 days. Excuse my stove, my curry kind of spilled over, but my rice is done. I did post a video on how to make perfect rice. I'll link that below. Next, I'm going to be showing you all how I do my husband's meal prep. Every week I do a different meal prep for him. As you can see, I have my mixed vegetables that I had previously chopped and frozen. Going in the pan, I'm going to be making him a flank steak with chimichurri sauce. That's parsley, red wine vinegar, garlic, red crushed peppers, a little salt, and olive oil. So I use my air fryer. I have my flank steak here that I've cleaned, dried, and added a little oil to and seasoned. I'm putting it in my air fryer at 350 for probably about a good 9 or 10 minutes. When I do his meal prep, I usually undercook the steak a little bit, make it medium rare, so that when he reheats it, it's not tough. So now I'm going to make the chimichurri sauce. I used 2 bunches of the parsley, and of course I'm using my infamous garlic that I have here. Of course, fresh garlic is preferred, but that's what I have on hand. Do what you want to do in your kitchen. I added in a little crushed red pepper, excuse me, a little salt, a little olive oil, and a drizzle of the red wine vinegar, and my black pepper. So I've gotten all of my liquids just about. Next, I'm going to give it a good blend. I probably added maybe a quarter cup of olive oil, but I got that blended, and it comes out to be a nice smooth texture. I know it doesn't look too hot right there, but it looks wonderful. My steak is done. I'm going to get that sliced up and plated. And because I'm doing a low carb dinner for my husband, this is how his plates look. My flank steak is on there. I top it with a little chimichurri sauce. But this is what he will have for lunch. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell.